Pokemon that were created but never released into the game. Back in the mid-1990s, when Game Freak was developing Pokemon Red and Blue, they actually had way more than 151 Pokemon ready to go. In fact, there were around 190 designs created. However, because of the Game Boy's memory limits, 39 of them were cut from the final release. But among these lost creatures was one evolution that could have completely changed one of the most iconic Pokemon of all time. You see, Pikachu was not supposed to end with Raichu. There was another stage planned called Gorochu, and according to interviews with the original designers, Gorochu had sharp fangs, big horns, and looked like a thunder god. The name itself even came from the Japanese word Goro, which is the sound of thunder rumbling, but Game Freak thought the line was too strong, so it was scrapped, although fans finally saw Gorochu's back sprite years later when hidden files leaked online. But that was far from the only Pokemon design that never made it into the final games. The thing is, the developers had drawn up entire lines of Pokemon that we never got to catch. There was a deer that many believe eventually inspired Stantler, a crocodile called Crocky, a shark known as Jag, and even an elephant with 4 tusks. There were also stranger ideas like a balloon Pokemon and even a cactus design whose cry data was still left in the game files. But it was not just new Pokemon that got removed. Some old favorites were supposed to have evolutions or even baby forms that were abandoned. What I mean is that baby Pokemon like Mikon, a smaller version of Vulpix with only 3 tails, and Monja, a baby Tangela, were drawn up for Generation 1 but never included, and there was even a planned middle stage for Psyduck to connect it better to Golduck.